Welcome to the Truth Expedition, this pilot episode, this very first exploration into truth. I'm your host, Mark Bishovsky. The purpose of this episode is to let the viewers know me, your host, let you know what the platform of this show will be, what my purpose is, my goals are in creating this show. Again, my name is Mark Bishovsky. Some of you may know me as an activist. I was the founder of the organization Stop the Mandate Minnesota, fighting against the lockdowns, the masking of our children, the government tyranny, everything that was happening over the last 3 years. I've always been a skeptic regarding the government. I don't trust the government. I'm a respiratory therapist with 23 years of experience and worked through the COVID pandemic, and the things that I saw got me off the couch. Again, I founded Stop the Mandate in Minnesota. I held multiple rallies. I actually ended up running for State House of Representatives in Minnesota. Pretty ironic for somebody who's actually very shy, does not like to be around crowds, would rather be in the woods camping with my family. I ran for office because I wanted to basically rattle the cage from the inside. The media was ignoring us in our activism efforts, and I wanted to get into the Capitol to have a louder platform to speak the truth. When it comes to truth, who knows what the truth is? The truth and everything around facts has been convoluted. I believe truth is self-discovery. Everyone is going to determine what the truth is for them. We've been lied to for decades and longer. Like I said, I'm a skeptic. I don't know what to believe anymore. I do believe that 2 + 2 is 4. Beyond that, it's really hard to find truth. The media lies, the government has its propaganda wing. You can go all the way back to the Federal Reserve Bank. You can go back to JFK, Oklahoma City bombing, 9/11. Did we land on the moon? All of these things. I don't know if anyone can give me a concrete answer. And so the purpose of this show is to try to move a little bit closer to truth, to give the viewers food for thought, maybe some information that they were unaware of before, so that they can form a truth within themselves. My very first guest, I am extremely excited to interview Dr. Andrew Kaufman, Dr. Andy, as he likes to go by. Dr. Andy Kaufman graduated with his BS from MIT in molecular biology. He went on to study psychiatry at the University of Duke and got his, became a doctor, studied at the School of Medicine at South Carolina. And he basically blew the whistle on what he was seeing with COVID. He's much like myself, likes to question everything, and has gone so far as to question whether or not viruses exist. So do I believe viruses exist? I don't know what to believe anymore. There's a alternative theory called terrain theory. There's a lot of basis for that. The way that we have claimed to have discovered viruses is a little bit shoddy at best. We've never isolated a virus from nature. Dr. Andy is brilliant on so many subjects when it comes to what happened during COVID, this mass formation psychosis, natural health. I can't wait to talk to him about diet, the gut biome, fasting, water, dehydration, all of these things that he is an expert in. My next guest is going to be Joel Salatin. Joel has been featured on numerous documentaries. Food Inc. was focused on Joel and his farm, Polyface Farms. Joel is also the author of over a dozen books. Most people, if you look up farmer in the dictionary, it's sometimes used, unfortunately, as a derogatory term for people who are unsophisticated. But I would say being a farmer, understanding how to provide and sustain what is necessary for life, the foods, is extremely important. And I believe that's true wisdom. And Joel has a wisdom beyond many people I know. Joel understands how his style of farming, regenerative farming, is really the future. I want to find out if it is true that this type of farming is sustainable. Can we feed the world with regenerative farming, without chemicals. I believe it can fix our economy, it can fix our environment, and it can fix our healthcare problem. So very excited to interview Joe. Next on the docket will be Brooke Jackson. Brooke was an employee at Pfizer and basically recognized the fraud that was happening in their trials for this COVID-19 vaccine. So she's going to have some insight that everybody's going to want to listen to. I'm not sure where that conversation will go. She's currently in litigation, a court case against Pfizer, where basically I believe they're claiming that they were only providing the fraud that the government asked for. So very interesting. Other guests I intend to have on the show will be Jake Duesenberg, the president of Action for Liberty. He's been involved in politics for many, many years, currently very deep in Minnesota politics. I have a lot of respect for Jake. Also, I'm going to interview folks, Doug Colmer, a friend of mine who is an expert in internet security, cryptocurrency, a wizard when it comes to all things internet. He has a consulting business with that. Understanding cryptocurrency, I think, is very important if we move to a central bank digital dollar. Having perhaps an alternative with a decentralized currency such as Bitcoin, although Bitcoin is sometimes known as the CIA coin. There are other coins that are private, actually encrypted, so that nobody knows how many of these coins you have. Nobody knows what purchases you've made. I believe that is truly the future, private money. So yes, this is an exciting endeavor for me. I hope that you will tune in. My first guest, again, Dr. Andy, I hope to air that episode on April 10th and going forward every Monday. I hope to get this program on public access TV. I hope to interview, as in myself, just a regular guy. So I want to interview other regular people who I believe have very important perspectives as to what is happening in this world and how we can better navigate through this turmoil that we are seeing and what is the future. The whole reason I'm doing any of this, giving speeches, running for office, being an activist, is to provide, hopefully, a future for my children that I can be comfortable with, because the path we are on, I can't tolerate. My children deserve freedom the way God intended. So we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain and unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration goes on to say that when any form of government becomes destructive of these means, it is the duty, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. We need to alter it, perhaps abolish this form of government. Give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry, almost 1775, I believe Patrick Henry said this. He and John Hancock also said that no man, whether king nor peasant, should rule over others with tyranny. We are seeing tyrannical governments in this world right now, and we need to stop it. So thank you for joining me on this journey, the Truth Expedition. I cannot wait to get started. Please tell your friends, sign up at rumble.com/thetruthexpedition. You can go to truthexpedition.com, check out my page, which is on my stopthemandatemn.org page, stopthemandatemn.org, or you can simply click on Truth Expedition, not the Truth Expedition, but truthexpedition.com will bring you to that page where you can sign up. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to these interviews and getting them out to the public so that we can move forward towards freedom. Have a great day.